This is a certified hood classic.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
All rise, order is in court. It is time for Taco Tuesday version of We Got a Case, and we're going to be playing some video games on the N64 today.
That's right, Creed. It's the Gamer Court Challenge. Hopefully everybody's got their favorite cheat codes ready to go. Maybe break out the old Game Genie. Anything's possible.
Ooh,
We allow cheating during court.
that's right. Why not? Judge David Fleischer, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Mr. Beautiful Suits here. By the way, you'll see an eclectic collection. Are you familiar with this judge at all, Creed?
No, and I do like the bow tie. Lots of people in the chat already give him a lot of crap for the bow tie. I like it.
So this judge has sprung onto the scene in the last month or so. Really, some channels doing really well with his videos. Others just doing kind of like ours. They're just like they're
channels
received. But I don't know who discovered this judge. I can't credit any one person for being the first one on this judge because it seems like
You're not going to claim ownership?
no. I was sent this by one of the viewers. And made aware of how to find his courtroom and everything. There was like 89 people in there this morning watching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So apparently the gig is up. It's gotten to the point like this morning I wake up and I see Law Talk with Mike is just streaming straight from his stream onto his stream.
Oh,
He's not even on there.
oh,
Just directly streaming it live to his YouTube channel now.
okay.
So I don't know if that's something that's going to keep happening or what, but he's become quite popular. So the question is this: after watching him today, Creed, I want you to give me your professional opinion. You've watched enough court, at least 10,000 hours. That makes you a professional, Creed.
Yeah, all right.
Your opinion, is this guy the next huge YouTube judge sensation?
Wow. All right. All based on what we see today.
I think we got like 4 cases we'll see of his.
Really,
Give
see
you
what
a-
shirt I got today? The Gold Club.
Oh, ladies, get that VIP dance now, guys, at midnight and get a free t-shirt.
Well, my family was here. I kept giving my uncle crap. I said, just get ready for Thursday, my friend, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the men's club in Charlotte. Free ribeyes. I mean, it's free steak day at the Titty Bar. Come on.
Gotta get in there. So everybody, please give your opinions of the judge in the chat. We'd love to hear what you're thinking. But he's definitely different. He's got a little bit of razzmatazz.
All right, well, let's jump into it now.
Observed a vehicle driving on a public roadway, swerving across 2 lanes and almost hitting the guardrail. The witness observed the defendant then drive into the parking lot, and officers pulled up shortly after. The defendant was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Officers noticed a strong smell of alcohol.
Just playing a video game.
And was staggering and swaying back and forth. Said it feels sobriety test refused. DIC red, breath refused. Blood warrant was issued. You're right. So first he had a DWI 2010, 2006, 1 in 2009, and 2 in 2010.
Oh, those are driving all license. DWIs. The only DWI is 2006.
So he's been busy.
I do see that he has a failure to stop and render aid, though.
A failure to stop and render aid. Oh,
Well,
that sounds scary.
Can you get charged for driving by an accident and just looking? Is that?
Yeah, I would think maybe. I don't
Guilty.
know. Maybe if you were involved in it, especially. I don't know. Like you hit somebody in your car and you just sit in the car and like, I'll just wait till the professionals get here.
From
He does have a failure to stop and render aid.
where someone died.
Yes.
Oh!
He put on the deferred those terms.
Bad things happen when you get in a car, Mr. Cooper. I am now taking away your privilege to drive from you permanently. Do you understand?
Oh, I love this guy already.
No. driving, and I'm going to have you now sign an affidavit with me promising me you're not going to drive. If you drive, and I don't care what your excuse is, I don't care if Mother Teresa needs to ride to church, you drive, you will be facing a contempt charge up to 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you. Prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. If I
Sober
find
link,
that you're
by the way.
consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Wow. Hi, Nate.
What do you do for a living?
Construction,
How much money do you make a month?
34 an hour.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer.
That's good
So I'm
money.
going to have you come up here, swear
Yeah,
to us that you're not going to drive.
He ain't drinking
I will
cheap
get you to
alcohol.
Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get to Jeremiah, where we're going to have you sign your bond conditions. Don't drink alcohol, and above all else, do
Oh,
not.
yeah. Thanks. And somebody had sent us a message over about, okay, that's what
Yeah,
the-
somebody wanted us to go and cover that too.
yeah.
Again, I'm not sitting around trying to catch that. His docket moves quickly sometimes, and sometimes it moves at a snail's pace. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what he was doing, but I figured it may have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Drive. Things will go sideways so quick if I find you in a car. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
Daughter, I do already have an interlock or the paperwork and everything.
Okay, so we're going to switch you now to a portable device. So you're going to have to use someone else to take your car to get that thing taken off. Okay, well, let's do this. Is it waived, the fee?
No.
But
I'm going to have you get a portable device so I know it, and I will waive the fee so it won't cost you anything, so that you're not double paying. Okay.
Yeah, Steve, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
No, prosecutors,
Thursdays.
you don't need
okay,
to. What you need to do is you need to hire a lawyer. And you need to get on it quick.
I'm on it.
Okay. So let's get you started with all the paperwork, and then I would advise you as soon as you get out of here, start contacting lawyers.
Wow. Boy, we are dressed up for court today here.
Yeah, yeah. They, everybody's got judges set the bar high.
We want to
Yeah.
Orange County for DUI, excess blood alcohol level, unlicensed driver, and false representation in
Oh, and he picked up another DWI here.
and here.
Ouch.
And I'm going to be against law because notwithstanding those collection of offenses, he also picked up 13 failure to appears in other states and 2 evadings. And on top of that,
Hold on a second. Can you bring up Mr. Greenway so he can hear this?
Go get him. I want him to hear all this good stuff.
2 weeks. Yeah. Do, I guess, 2.5 because he's getting the TRAS, today.
Go ahead and sign this in your finger.
Now that got to be portably doing dirty blows.
He's certainly animated.
Yeah. He's fidgeting with the thing. He's hitting it on the table, waiting for the guy to get here.
You said any cases to the docket? No, Judge. But I have, looks like
Robert,
others that I'm gonna talk to you about.
have you talked to them about?
I'm gonna talk to, Cabell about.
I ask Mikey all the time, Fleischer. He's like, I'm busy. Sorry.
like, they didn't cut me a steak when I was there.
Easy day, easy day.
No more free advertising.
That's right.
At least a dozen, I'm guessing.
Oh, I bet he has.
Mr. Greenway,
Sir,
how's jail?
I.
Apparently it's good because you're laughing and you're in great spirits.
Sir, I put myself in this predicament, so I gotta.
Well, at least you can recognize that that's a good thing, So you're wanted out of Orange County for a DWI,
Yes, sir.
and now you've picked up another DWI here in Harris County.
Congratulations.
The lawyer,
Apart.
I'm sorry?
They're about 5 years apart. But
Charlene?
I know.
So you've been gone for 5 years,
Look,
and you want me to set you a bond?
sir,
So you here because you're wanted out of Orange County. You're now being here held in Harris County at 0 bond. So we have you here out because your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. Because otherwise what happens is you sit here in custody until all of your cases are done here. And then we wait for Orange County to come bring their happy selves over here to pick
Happy
you up.
asses.
A lot of times, me as a judge will set a bond on a fugitive case if I feel that the person is not a danger to the public.
Oh,
That's
Salty,
my
hope the
main concern.
puppy
2,
feels better.
are you a
That's
danger to
not
the
good.
public? Number 1. And number 2, if we set you a bond, are you actually going to go to the jurisdiction that wants you? Therein lies the rub. That's the question for you.
Did he just say therein lies the
But-
rub?
The
I
rub.
know that
Love it.
you're going to tell me now it's like little bunnies jumping in the woods. Yeah. But it's what's on paper to me that matters, because what's on paper is the person who you truly are. Mr. Kim, tell me about Mr.
The warrant from Orange County was issued out on January 2023. Between that time and being apprehended today, he was again charged, or he was charged with DWI.
I'm begging you, please don't take my
October
man.
2023, in which he bond forfeited 2 months later and was apprehended again when he was simultaneously charged for failure to ID, giving false information.
Is that here or over there?
Here. So he had a DWI or DUI in Orange County. While after that warrant was issued, then he picked up a DUI here, and then he bond forfeited the Harris County DUI, and then he was picked up 5
Dude-
months later.
Dude
and
drinks a
also
lot, I
charged
think.
with failing ID by giving false information, and then obviously bond violating the DW or DUI. I shared with
Jesus.
counsel in other states, he has a failure to appear at least 13 times and evading.
Oh,
I believe he's the
Oh,
Ow!
Sir, I was young. That was years ago.
how old are you now?
I'm 28. I'm an engineer offshore. I got my ducks in a row. The DWI here. It was a miscommunication, and I showed up in court to the lawyer after I failed. She said I failed to appear. Me and my lawyer showed up in court and explained that it was a miscommunication. She reinstated the bond. We're back on good terms with everything. I think I have a court date coming up soon for that. She said I no longer have to show up since I work offshore, so my
Long
lawyer's
time
gonna
ago.
show up for me. So this is the only thing that I have. Those other cases, when I was a young college student, I got my stuff together now, Judge. I promise you, like,
Looks like you do.
I am not.
5 months ago, you had DUI.
Take my life very serious.
That was so long
not
ago.
just talking. I'm speaking from
Change.
the heart.
Little bunnies jumping in the
Most
woods.
definitely not. Most definitely.
Back to the bunnies jumping in the woods again. Again, listen, there is one part of this that is interesting. If you do work offshore, I'm guessing on the oil rigs, maybe out in the ocean, kind of thing. Is that what he's talking about? Maybe,
I don't know. He said something about being
Or-
an engineer.
or he's on a ship, maybe.
I don't
Either of the
know.
two, though. That does make things. I mean, if you've got a bunch of court dates, that does kind of.
Yeah, but when you've missed 13 failures to appear in other states, and 5 years ago you got a DUI and said, I'll deal with it on my time.
Good
He's
Jay
like-
hanging out in Disney.
We
Disney's
just made a Disney joke a while ago.
Disney.
Jay,
Love
you
it.
can, hopefully I
If
see
I
you.
am able to bond out, I will
Let me ask
show
you
up
this.
in Orange County.
If you were the judge, would you give that person standing in front of you a bond?
Yes, sir. Only
Yes, of course.
I
I would also give him $500 cash.
out there. I've already talked to my mom and everybody. I'm showing up.
No
You give me
kink
a
shaming,
chance, so I
Fleischer.
promise you, I will not disappoint you.
Not even Jesus himself could convince me to give you a chance now, Mr. Greenway.
I love it.
Wow.
13 FTAs.
Sir, those were a decade ago. I was young. Those,
Still
I'm
28,
I'm a
Mr.
whole,
Greenway.
man, I'm a whole different person. I've been to
Whole different
college,
person.
put myself.
That was so long ago.
I've been at my job.
So the fact that you took off on the DWI here,
I
not
didn't-
5 months ago, you've matured since that 5 months, I guess.
That was just a miscommunication, and I took it upon myself to
Miscommunication.
show up in court. I showed up in court myself. I did not run. I was not caught. I showed up in court myself. Told the judge about the miscommunication.
Oh, Loud reminded me about the salesman. 3 today. 3 of the roofing whores have been in the neighborhood, and I watched them go to my neighbor to the left, skipped mine, went right over to the right, and did the whole road down the street. And I
That
was like,
sign is paying dividends, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, what a great asset that thing.
I got to tell both of my neighbors they need to do that. It's one of the best things. Those of you who don't know, we had a big storm that rolled through, and they are they're everywhere. These people trying to get work. And while I was gone,
You got to be
on
careful because
vacation-
a lot of them are
Flat
criminals.
bananas. Absolutely. A bunch of them are. So we had the big storm, and this neighborhood it is flooded with the vultures of these people doing a roofing. And it's crazy. While I was gone, keep in mind, we were gone early in the morning until late at night. I still had 12 or more stop by the house, come up and knock on the door. And finally, we ended up, some person, well, if I could put my sign out in the front yard, that'll stop. And we're like, fucking genius. And it's working.
Man.
I
Wow.
laughed today watching 3 different ones pull up in their trucks. They park down at the end of the street and just walk it. God, it's so funny. Anyways, back to court. Sorry.
He took the warrant off of me. I did not run.
It is worth noting that the last evading and the last failure to appear is 5 years ago.
Years ago, sir. I've been on a straight line, and I'm trying to stay on it.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna keep this straight line too. I don't think so, Mr. Greenway. I'm sorry, but
Thank you, Vincent.
Consider a high value, 5,000, put some skin in the game and.
oh, for me, for Mr. Greenway, if I were to set something, it's probably gonna be like 150,000. I just, you know what?
Hey now.
I don't even want to do that because I don't think you're going to show up.
Sir, I'm going to show up.
Why would you say that, Judge?
Behind this, I've been working so hard, like to get.
To give him a chance. 14 ain't nothing. He could,
He's gone from 150,000 now back down to 0.
yeah. And look, he showed up today. Well, yeah, never mind. He kind of had to. Kind of had to.
Everything together. I'm gonna lose my job and everything. I'm gonna lose everything, and I've been doing so good. I wait for that to happen.
The chickens have come home to roost, my
I don't
friend.
want that to happen to Mr. Greenway, but at some point
You're
you
right.
got to get it.
Welcome,
and
you're
for
right.
me, if I were to give you a bond now, I would be enabling your behavior, and I would say, yeah, it's okay for you to do this when it most certainly is not, especially in light that you have a DWI over there. You've got now a DWI here. It's as bad as it gets, man.
They're years apart. It's not like I'm just out here repeatedly getting in trouble. I'm working. I'm handling my business.
Handling it. Bye.
0.0. Lawyer today. Tell me what you're doing about that.
Well, I called a couple places, but I
Pass.
don't really got the money for it. I'm not working or nothing.
Good to see
I
you.
know.
Quit
Well,
now,
really,
Big
it's
Joe.
transportation, but I've been searching and getting like over the phone interviews and not getting calls back. But
Is
I've
that a
been trying
thing?
to get one though.
People aren't going to come to you looking. You're not a king, man. They're not going to come to you to give you work. You got to go look.
Go ahead and
Really?
filibuster
Because you
for
ain't
a
got a
moment.
ride doesn't mean.
Well, speaking of filibustering, let me remind you guys there is going to be a brand new video up over on the beautiful and amazing Creedence and Mikey at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're there for that. You do not want to miss this lady's epic freak out in court, as well as a guy who got in trouble for something I know a lot of people do, sharing people's nudes that they send you. He got in trouble for that, sharing out all the naked.
You can't
Never,
share.
you can't share those anymore, Creed. They do not want you to let other people have them nudes. So, yeah,
Right, yeah,
there's that.
I'm clicking on links and ABC7, and it's just sitting here just black for me. I
Give
don't
me
know
5
why.
seconds.
But ABC7 is on it.
Like I say, give me 5 seconds.
It's just a blank. Now, wait a minute. Now it's loading.
Back into the carpool lane.
Oh, there we go.
The
It
suspect
looks
is not seen,
terrible for the moment,
by
but
other motorists. You can see
oh, there we go.
extremely bad accidents.
I was gonna say I got mine.
Such a
We
high
need
rate
it.
Speed Even the
Nice looking
unmarked
car,
vehicle
by the
is having
way.
a hard
Yeah,
time
it's fast.
slow up here. It looks like the suspect is getting off of the 4.
By the way, if you're getting here for court,
maybe
where were
right
you 20 minutes ago? This is a chase now.
Yeah.
Going to make a north or southbound
So
turn here.
there's that.
Suspect now, I believe, is going to be traveling southbound on Normandy.
All right.
Filibuster, Creed.
Here in a moment
Get,
whether or
get
not
ready.
the
It's going to
patrol car
change.
or the
It's going to
unmarked
end now.
vehicle was able
Oh,
to,
no.
catch
Chase.
up
Oh,
with the
no,
suspect.
maybe not.
We're
All
on
right.
the
Wait a
freeway
minute.
on
We're
the
still on it.
street.
Okay. All right.
Normandy is a pretty wide street. You can see some pretty good speeds on
Normandy.
here.
Heard it's not one of the best places to be during war.
190th at the
No.
moment and waiting for
Oh, are we
other
pulling
units
over?
to respond.
What was that?
Getting out of the vehicle, it's a foot bail. And in situations like this, the helicopter.
I didn't even get the other one opened up.
Yeah, don't even
I'm
bother.
gonna waste my time now.
He's going to jump on some trampolines, baby.
As the vehicle comes to
That was a
stop
weird
there
roll.
and hits that pole possibly. The suspect, I believe, is behind the tree.
That was
walking
interesting.
Slowly. There's an area
Meet
there
me
where
at the
the
Sky Zone.
you're
Sky
trying to take
Zone.
the
That's a
suspect
real
custody
ghost
in
riding the
Sky
whip.
Zone. It's unclear whether he may have gone into that building or not. I wasn't able to really tell,
Well,
but they do have a
Marcel, you need to get
helicopter
moving
overhead.
around here,
And
bud.
the patrol unit, which is an unmarked unit,
Who's flying that
the
chopper?
suspect has not pulled up yet. Traveling at such a high rate of speed, it was really hard for an unmarked vehicle
Where'd he go?
to travel at those rates of speed because people didn't see that vehicle either. The
Is that him
unmarked
smoking
vehicle.
a cigarette right here?
Not sure if that's the suspect. I don't believe so.
No.
I believe the suspect had a dark.
Whoa! Did they
Whoa,
just
what a
swear or
dirty
something?
curse word.
Show porn?
And try and get
Oh.
the suspect
Oh.
into custody.
Never
More
mind.
than likely, the sheriff's
I
unit.
thought you were gonna say. I thought you were saying something about the guy's jump.
The woman in the person in the orange was a witness. You could see them get on the phone because the suspect was dressed all. Nope. You know what?
Wait.
Did he put a jacket on?
Oh, that might be him and just
Because
threw a.
initially he was all black and walking away, but it did. I thought he had gone in behind these other that other house right under that.
No,
Jacoby
because there was
Myers
somebody there
sign
with that.
That did not look like the suspect unless they had an orange
No.
jacket
There-
with them.
Guys, was there not somebody there with an orange jacket to
Somebody
begin
just
with?
walking nonchalantly back towards the curb. You know, when the suspect decided to walk out, Philip, and not make a run for it, obviously just trying to serve as a somewhat of a decoy.
He
and,
definitely was.
Walk towards that Sky Zone. May have even went inside. It's unclear.
that's
He
not
just
him.
didn't have patrol cars right behind him. That's the unmarked unit right there. And you can imagine how hard it is for this unit to travel on the freeway well over 100 miles an hour.
The way that
and try to
hoodie
keep the suspect
is
in that
on or
vehicle in
jacket
sight,
just looks like it was
because
thrown
people
on
don't
real
see
quick.
That vehicle coming either like they would a patrol car. For the moment,
Maybe he's in that
the
dumpster.
LA County Sheriff has a helicopter overhead. More than likely, they follow.
Maybe
the
he's in that
suspect,
black car
and
right
they
there
probably
pulling
have
out.
a good idea where that suspect is, either inside the structure or went towards the gas station. But you do see now, Philip, a lot more units are pouring in.
Well,
I know, but if you look at that
when I just was
that
watching
jacket though, it
your
looks like it was just
signal,
thrown on.
It did look like the person in the orange.
Is it
was-
cold enough to have a jacket on right now? 66.
66 degrees,
the other
yeah.
person,
For
and
me,
that
it is.
person was on the phone. So it made me think that, that's much more similar. That
There's
person.
the other. That's unmarked vehicle.
They're not going to let
Both
people
those
just leave
vehicles
the
right
area
there
at
are
this
the
point.
gang unit from the sheriff's department.
Yeah, they're not going to
So
let
they-
people just start driving out of this area at that point, right?
No, and if you're right about one of those, go back in if you would for a second, Marcel. If you're right about one of those individuals, the one
Marcel
in
is
the
up there.
orange top, or the other man there being the suspect, they're going to keep them until they identify whether or not they could be.
I can see the dude with the hoodie
having
being
a,
him.
You know, suspicion that they were following this individual, and they know who the individual is because we got unmarked gang unit vehicle.
Well, they're getting back in their car, so I don't think they're too worried about it.
Know who this is, and they'll be able to identify that it's not one of those two.
Right.
They're pulling away.
Sure, we're not gonna let anybody get out of the area.
So the suspect may have gone.
Well, the cop was
inside
sitting there going, "Go
the
ahead,
Sky Zone
go
there.
by."
You know, the Sky Zone, I believe, is one of those jumpies. Have a bunch of trampolines. Whether they're open right now or not, it's
Oh, somebody got repoed.
You can see more units are pouring
Somebody
in.
got the van
Yeah,
repoed,
it
bro.
was somewhat deliberate in the way that the suspect
say jumpy?
at this location.
It's a jumpy
and then that's when
Jumpy
he
place.
decided to get out. And as you mentioned, Scott, I don't know if we have that able to re-rack, but he just, even though he unceremoniously
Ghost
kind of
riding the
dumped
whip.
himself out onto the street,
We need to see it again.
he very casually got up and walked away as if this was his intent, was to go to this space.
That's very possible, or he just did not want to draw attention
Checking
to
the
himself.
bushes.
He got out of the vehicle and said, you know, if you make a run for it, you know, bystanders are going to see you and they're going to say, hey, what's going on? The guy's running, and then see the patrol car, and they may say, hey, he went that way. It's unclear exactly what his intention was. If he knows this area, he went into the Sky Zone, or if the suspect was.
I would think the Sky Zone is locked up and closed at the moment. No,
since he
I
can
don't
see
know.
behind
10:30
him,
in the
he
morning.
can
or-
10:30 in the morning. There's obviously it's closed. There's not a single car in the parking lot.
Unmarked
Oh, good
vehicles
point.
from the sheriff's department really couldn't keep
So
up
he
with
didn't
him
walk into
safely.
there.
Whether or not
Go check the
I'm not sure what kind of
gaseteria there.
business this is, the gas station on the bottom of the screen. Whether he went down into the gas station, it's unclear. They did have a helicopter overhead, so hopefully they have some.
And he
sort
had
of
beautiful
get up
eyes,
to
I
the
believe
gas
Paisley
station
said.
or in the Sky Zone.
Yeah, it seems as if that sheriff's helicopter has been right
Well,
above
no,
the whole
doors
time.
open.
And I think you mentioned that earlier, that this person.
It's a
they
trampoline
had
park where you
eyes
take
on
your
him,
kids and jump
very
on
early
things.
on. So it's going to
Jumping
be tough
things,
that
I
they-
believe is the
Like
news.
altitude is another one.
That's a large area to have to sweep.
Oh God, did Cricket die?
Scott, that vehicle, that SUV that's right there in the parking lot.
It was
of
just here
Sky Zone,
yesterday.
It's almost parked at an angle. It
I didn't
seems
know
as if
that.
somebody
Damn,
was trying
Cricket.
to leave
Yeah,
that parking
Cricket.
lot when they pulled that one right there. Oh no, they're in a parking spot. But there was a
Why-
black SUV that was trying to drive out, and I couldn't tell if they actually got out or if they just completely blocked that space in. You haven't seen
Why are we
anybody
not at the gas
depart
station?
that area yet, have you?
We have not seen a vehicle depart here. JJ was asking me a question. It's 190th and Normandy. That's the intersection here. Excuse me,
Right.
and Western, 190th and Western. That's the intersection. We didn't see a vehicle pop out. We followed the vehicle for a moment when the suspect.
Why the kids gotta be slow?
The vehicle the suspect was driving, and he walked away from because it rolled for a
Because they're
bit.
not in school.
It looks like they may believe that the suspect is inside the Sky Zone. It's a pretty big structure. Open up a little bit if you would, Marcel. You can see off to the left they've shut down even a little bit more. You've got patrol units.
Oh, you mean like the big
grass
foam things that you can
alongside
jump
of the
into?
405 freeway there.
That'd be
Then
kind of
there's a
fun.
portion
I'd never
of
get out.
190th.
I've
They've
jumped
got
in one of
now
those.
Western in this
What a
area.
nightmare.
So it's
I
unclear if they have a
can only
barricade
imagine
in
where you
front.
Sunk like a
swing.
rock.
It doesn't
Sunk
look
like a rock.
concerned about the
Fighting
gas
my way
station.
through the foam.
They don't believe that the suspect is there.
Never
I
do
wish
it
we
again,
had-
bro.
Look like they know
wish we had
for sure
cameras
he's in
of
the
that.
Sky Zone.
Oh
So
my God.
if they
It's
do that, I
it
don't
took me
think
30
they're
minutes to get out.
outside the structure as much as we're seeing. So I think you're going to have to clear it because they don't know, but that leads me to believe.
Boy,
that
lots
the
of places to
helicopter
hide
overhead
inside of a Sky
also
Zone, I would
lost
imagine.
track of that suspect, or else they have a lot better direction on where to go.
Most of those
But
places are
usually
really big
it's,
open
under
areas.
surveillance when you see
Yeah,
that
but
many
you can
unmarked
hide underneath
gang
the
unit patrol cars or gang unit
trampolines and-
vehicles, I should say. More than likely, they've been surveilling this individual.
You could
And
jump
then
into the foam
during a
pit, go down to
robbery,
the
he was a
bottom.
robbery suspect, according to the initial information. He took off and fled, and it was the gang units. who
See,
were
they
right
just
behind
shut those doors too. Those doors
Again,
were
this was
open there
from
by
what
that
I
dumpster.
could see
Mm.
in your shot.
Are
at
they
the
doing
very
construction
beginning
inside
when
that
you walked
place? I
out,
mean, you see all
Maybe.
the stuff in
feel
there?
like I saw
Yeah,
a
it's some
person
big-
in the orange jacket on the phone almost immediately, as if that person happened to be, when we saw them walking away. So if that was the case, they might have a good indication as to
That's
where
right.
he ran. And if you combine it with sheriffs and whatever that person said, that might have also given them some identification, because there were people in that area that very possibly could have talked to deputy. I just couldn't tell if
Open
the
up a
person in the
little wider.
orange was with him or already in that parking lot when they first pulled up.
Yeah, they've already talked to the
Yeah.
woman, I think, in the orange. And
The dude didn't walk away.
Her, like I said, I have a feeling
I
that
don't
they know
think.
who the suspect is. But we open up a little bit wider. What I see right now is they don't know where the suspect is.
Yeah.
If they thought he was inside the Sky Zone, if the helicopter would have saw him go inside the Sky Zone, they would be just surrounding the Sky Zone. But right now, they
Yeah, I remember the
are
sheriff's
searching the
helicopter
bushes.
probably
They
had
are
a much
talking to
better
witnesses that may have seen him.
look.
There's a parking lot they're looking at. They're looking at a row of
They don't have a
trees. They're
single idea where he's at.
at a portion of 190th. So it leads me to believe, at least for right now, they don't know where the suspect is.
True. And my concern at first when he got in there was that for some reason he might be carjacking someone and try to get another vehicle and take off. It does look like there's a van parked in the parking lot, but not in any spaces there to the left, almost as if they're
Philip,
just in position trying to block things off.
These poor people in
Marcel was
the
able to re-rack this. We're gonna
in the
play it
box
for you
truck
real
just trying to
quick.
do
These,
drugs
I
and
believe,
hump
where
and
the
stuff. And
vehicle gets out of the vehicle.
oh,
So
good, we get to
he's
see
on
it.
190th,
Re-racking
and
it.
right here, he's going to.
Because I missed it. I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, he
slowly
watch.
walk
He
away
opens the
from
door and
vehicle and let the vehicle.
See,
All right,
there's
there's
the
the person
orange.
with the orange jacket right there.
Shirt, you got a black top, black hat, blue jeans.
Oh,
Great
wow.
job, Marcel. Great
God,
job, Marcel. Great job, Marcel.
The orange right there behind.
Oh yeah, so I don't think they're involved. It doesn't
So he's
appear that's
behind the
case.
trees right
Now we
now.
lost him. So we're
He
looking at the
definitely went
vehicle,
up
and
towards
there's
the front
moment
of
we
Sky
come back up.
Zone.
We
Yeah.
don't know that
Oh,
back.
now we're
We're gonna have
evacuating
to
Sky Zone.
re-rack that tape if we can. I think they're bringing people out of the sky zone. So there's our video.
They parked that.
Didn't see
Those 3 or 4 cars, is it?
This person's still walking. That's why I'm saying there was somebody that saw where he went. I'm not saying that person was involved, but that person was on the sidewalk, walks around, and you could still see them in your video. So it's not as if there's no eyes on the ground. There was somebody that saw where he
Come
went.
on, Courtney. We'll go to Sky Zone.
Was on the phone.
I'm
and now
guessing
you
he's
look
inside
it's-
He must be inside the way they're all converging and evacuating.
Or maybe just clearing the zone.
There's another. All right, so there is construction going on.
Yeah.
There's a construction workers wearing the shirt. That's why there's so many of them.
Yeah, that's why there's so many people inside.
To
And
the woman in the orange sweatshirt, if she had said, "Hey, the suspect's in the sky zone," they had to pour it into the sky zone. She may have said that, and then they said, "Hey, let's just surround everything and look in the bushes as well."
Well, but Scott, oddly enough, it seemed this person right here is wearing orange as well. So orange might be people who work there, because the person on the phone that we saw walking up was a man. So, and then the second person was a female in orange. So there are a lot of people around here in orange. I'm just saying that it did look as if somebody had eyes on him and at least could give some sort of progress to the authorities as to where he might have.
great ad for Jacoby and Myers, by the
They
way.
don't know for
I
sure.
know. Perfectly
But
placed.
there were at least enough people around.
Because
They're
that
going to
bay was open. That far bay
You're
door
right.
was open, and they you could see they were working.
You're going to get them. There's no question about that. Like I said, we're pretty sure that they know who they're looking for, since it was an undercover type operation with a gang unit from the LA County Sheriff's Department. That's the vehicle on the right there. Open up a little bit. That truck was cooking. Initially, that truck was right behind the Audi that was traveling up above 100 miles an hour. But eventually, the suspect just drove so quickly that the sheriff's deputy driving that undercover vehicle was unable to stay behind him safely. And then they got the helicopter overhead. But
Sweet Tea, it's a
everybody looks like they
trampoline
believe
park
the
where you take
suspect
children
is
to jump on
inside the sky zone.
trampolines.
They've got to
and
evacuate
things.
everyone. They're probably asking everyone who comes out. Did you see a guy matching this description? Did you see somebody run in here or walk in here at this time? There may be cameras that they can get access to. It's unclear exactly how quickly they could do that, but they're going to clear the sky zone. They're focusing a lot of their attention on the sky zone. So you very well be right. Maybe that woman works here or that man works here, and they said, "Hey, the individual went inside." It looks like that's where they're focusing most of their attention now.
Well, it is quite. It's a much better development for the person to be walking and running around, because while you were covering it, Scott, that Audi, they were motoring. They were using that vehicle for all of the performance skills that it has. Because when you get 100 miles an hour, took it over a couple of lanes, and
we got the shields out.
See any accidents though?
Yeah, we mean,
so that was
business
good news.
here.
But that vehicle was motoring at such a speed, everybody's at risk.
It looked like he had camouflage
There
pants
were a
on, by the
couple of
way.
close calls.
Gray
There's no
cam.
question. Into
Gray
one
camel.
intersection, it seems like just missed by inches, if you will.
Boy, Bishop
but
would
you can
love
see the
that
sheriff's deputies
rug right
are
there,
now
huh?
getting their bulletproof vests on, getting suited up, and now they're really going inside, and they're slowly.
They go in there, they just trash the whole place looking for him. He's not there.
Telling you, that was my idea.
Tell whether or not the suspect
Underneath
is
the
actually
phone.
inside, but it looks like that they believe
Yes, Bill.
that he is at this point.
Took the
in time.
girls to.
But it was really difficult for the unmarked vehicles. You know, that big truck. I mean, it's not a big truck, but that good size, full size pickup truck. Was difficult for them to keep up with that Audi.
Must have a big rat problem there, right close to the doors like that.
Or even more
That happens.
on the freeway. We didn't have the sky tracker on, our speed tracker on, but boy, he's pulling away from us, and that's saying something.
And Scott, we're going to stick with this for about 2 minutes now. We're going to follow this up until.
All right, so we have about
10:40 to
2 more
see
minutes
if,
left, just so you know.
We can find a way
2
to
minutes.
be able to
Counting.
take into custody in the sky zone.
Minutes.
That's the vehicle right there.
That's a nice car.
A lot of damage.
If Fred was here, he could tell us about it.
Very slow rolled
It's
into
an
the
Audi.
post.
I know that.
This is a robbery suspect, and Scott, you had mentioned
Where?
that they were already probably surveilling him even before the chase began, and that kind of explains why this many officers were able to get on scene.
Alien
so quickly.
abduction,
They
perhaps.
were ready to go when this chase started.
Yeah, I believe that's the case, Philip. You know, I mean, if you've got undercover units following you,
A8.
more than likely, and they're from the gang unit with the LA County Sheriff's Department, they want that guy. You know, it's not like somebody just failed to yield. It's somebody that they've been following, surveilling, and now they have a chance to take him into custody. So they're going to do everything in their power to make sure they get this guy. I want to come out with a little bit of a wider shot and see if they're looking in the bushes as well. Right now, it looks like most of the search.
Yes, bushes.
So we are looking at some of the presence that's in and around the Sky Zone.
Leave the homeless alone,
and again,
bro.
this chase had been on the 405 quite a bit. It looks like you have some CHP officers that are up on the edge of the 405 freeway, kind of just making sure nobody is in the bushes. And so Scott, we're about 30 seconds away from wrapping this up. So do you have any final thoughts? We're going to, of course, cover this at 11 a.m., but do you have any final thoughts on this?
Well, nothing more than the fact that we're fortunate that no one was hit because the vehicle was traveling at such a high rate of speed coming out of the Compton area onto the 405, ending here at 190th and Western in the Sky Zone. We don't believe anybody's been hurt. Right now, they're inside the Sky Zone. They're trying to clear that. It's unclear whether the suspect is really inside, but they do have a search going on in the surrounding area. So traffic-wise, 190th and Western have both been shut down in this area.
Okay, Scott, thanks much. We'll return.
Thanks,
you to the
Scott.
stream.
Great job, Scott.
The latest on Eyewitness News.
Scott's on it.
And that is it for that, I guess.
Well, that was exciting-ish
for a second. Anyways, oh, look at that. Back to court already. That was quick and easy.
Yeah.
Pick it back up.
36 minutes in.
Give me just a second.
That you can't work. Yeah, I've been calling a lot of people.
But what's temp? Perhaps you can get work at a temp agency. But how are you surviving now?
My people.
So why do the people of Harris County get to pay for a lawyer for you when you get to play Xbox all day? You do nothing.
Play no game.
So what do you do all day?
Try to figure out how to get some money for my daughter.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Man, you got a kid and you're not working.
If I had to sell my game just to pay for diapers and wipes and stuff, I do contribute. And
you don't contribute, man.
Oh, so much.
My daughter's thing.
Kids need food, they need clothes, and they need a father. And you're not doing any of those things, Mr. Espinosa. Get a job. Kids need to eat. They don't wait. They need food now. I'm now making it a condition of your bond for you to get a full-time job. If you don't, you're going to be working with me. Do you understand? It's not going to go well for you, Mr. Espinosa. I want you back here in 2 weeks. Show me what you've done to get a job. I want to see applications in, and I want proof, not your word, because I don't take your word. You ain't got proof, things are going to go real bad for you real quick. Do you understand?
Your Honor, if I may.
My God, Lady Sky, that's the first $2 of the day. That is thank you. Wow, 30.
I thought I was going to start had to put applications in like this guy.
All right, I thought I was going to go have to not just sit around all day thinking about what I'm going to do for my daughter. Lady Sky, that's like $1 million today.
What a blessing.
38 minutes we just worked for. Let's see, take 30%. Well, about 50% with taxes and everything. Mikey, we just worked 38 minutes for about 50 cents, I think it was.
Hey, we've got more than Mr. Espinosa.
That's right. Ladies, guys, thank you. Thank you.
On condition, received the notice that this defendant was attempting to purchase a firearm while having an active MOA. It wasn't enough to charge him at the time, but he was attempting to purchase a firearm. So I had no conditions.
You're trying to buy a pew-pew?
Any location that sells firearms.
It was because I had pawned it.
Stop. Don't, because you're only going to get yourself in more hot water.
It was the deadline.
Stop. Where did he go to buy this gun? Allegedly.
There was a guy named Jay.
That's right, it was. Was it very underpriced or it was just really expensive? I don't remember.
You're able to tell that he was trying to get a gun, huh?
We get a flag.
Tiny piggy.
Day your money.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys are the best.
The waiting is the hardest part.
I won't be able to have it today, but if he is returning in 2 weeks, I should be able to tell you by then. I don't have the report number to pull it up, but I can reach out to him.
Oh, Mayor.
trying to explain that.
Hey, so here's the deal. I'm putting him under bond conditions. No.
I thought
dope,
I'd have to
no
sell my
alcohol.
games today.
Sell my game.
My only additional condition was any location that sells a firearm so that he doesn't attempt to purchase another firearm.
Let's do this. I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to see what's in your system. Let's see why you're not working. You've been smoking dope all day. Let's see. Take your seat for me in the jury box, Mr. Espinosa.
Smoking dope all day, Creed. I know you're smoking dope all day.
You have a lawyer today.
You know that leads to
What you
other
doing about
drugs, you know. Bonsai, holy shit.
How long you been trying to look for a job?
Thank you, Bonsai. Thank you, everybody. All of a sudden, the monetary
Thank
model
God.
is looking much better today. Appreciate you.
If we've learned anything from these last two people, finding a job is hard as shit right now.
No kidding.
That's all been for it,
When's the last time you worked?
I was in school.
In that long?
Yeah.
Why?
I just got out of school, so.
Lisa B, thank you.
Got out of school where? Did you graduate?
Lady Sky with 5 loans. And Deborah.
Just when my carpal tunnel had settled down.
Don't be bitching about putting things on the monetary monorail.
Fine, I won't.
They call that an oxymoron.
What you call me?
Called you a unitard.
Got out of what
Jesus.
school?
Texas Southern. I just been in school, so.
Were you, so you're in college?
I have a little small business, so I've been looking for clients.
Have a little small what?
So I was trying to book jobs at McDonald's and security for every job you get. So,
How old are you now? You're 30. And did you, so you went to college? And then what happened with college?
got out like last year.
Let me ask you something. How bad is it now to try to get a job? How bad is it? Does it suck? Is it hard to get a job? You're now charged with theft, Mr. North. How bad do you think it's going to go if you get convicted of this theft? You think it's tough now? Wait till you get a theft conviction on your record.
That dude
You
still
now
has a
have
channel? See?
prior interference that's been dismissed. You now have to stand charged
Mikey's
with
best
theft.
friend.
You will get a job if you're branded a thief. And you're charged with a lot of money theft. So you think it's hard now? It only gets harder the older you get. It don't get easier. It gets so much more difficult.
All right, yes, sir.
Do you mind giving an application, please? Deputy Simpson.
Why the sad face, Mr. Blue?
Wise. I don't give lawyers to people who continue to take criminal cases. This is now 2.
Welcome back, Bill. Good to see you.
Person inside an apartment that the complainant stated that was supposed to be vacant. Found there was observed kind of damage on it. Officers made scene, and they found 2 juveniles inside the unit. And as it was
Sally, thank you from your business fund. I like that. Appreciate it.
I started my own business.
cleared, they re-entered and found this now defendant in the bathroom hiding. There was a firearm, a black 9mm Ruger with serial number defaced and unreadable, scratched off with an unknown instrument that the defendant admitted was his in his possession.
Patterson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, sir?
Pam Butterfield.
I really got, well, I've been fired.
Judge, he's missing a soccer game. Can we hurry this up?
Folks around?
Yes, sir. I do. I have my mom and my dad. They live together in Missouri City.
You don't live with them? Why not?
I got put out.
Get back there.
I mean, I could. My mom wants me there, but like my dad, we had got to like a big fight, so it's still kind of like, you know.
So now you're living on the street.
Basically, yes, sir.
That sucks, and it's not going to get any easier, and it's only going to get worse, Mr. Patterson. You have but one life to live. This journey can be wonderful and great, where you do great things and buy great things, or it can be a miserable, rotten existence of a life. You're headed toward a rotten existence where you're going to be nothing, and then I'm telling you, Mr. Patterson, You're living your best life now. The older you get, the worse it gets. You become bigger, you become fatter, you get uglier, you lose your hair.
It's true.
And you become more and more unemployable. If you don't do something with your life now, I'm telling you, you're going to end up with a number on your back forever. I see it on a daily basis with the people in jail. If you don't believe me, I can put you there now so you can see. Straighten up, go apologize to your parents, and get your butt into school, because I'm telling you, you now prepare yourself for the next 40 years. And if you don't prepare yourself well, you will end up with nothing. Do you understand? Go back home, get into school, and do something. I'm now ordering you not to go back to the house that you were busted, and not to be in possession of weapons. You understand? I'm telling you, you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you don't have anyone to bond you out, you'll be stuck like Chuck. You
Stuck
understand?
like Chuck. Make the t-shirt, please. I want to be stuck like Chuck.
Stuck like Chuck merch coming your way next.
So I don't want any more. I don't want you to pick up any new cases. I don't want you to violate these.
I know. I
conditions.
felt like he was talking right to
I'm
me.
telling you, I will keep you with a very high bond. You understand? All right. I'm going to have you go to Victoria's, sign a reset, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box for you.
Oh, God, really? I feel kind of bad.
From Dr. South as well, Judge?
I didn't get an invitation to the party.
I wasn't here Thursday?
I called their office and they said she came to pick it up yesterday.
Never mind.
You may have come to pick something up, but they never prescribed. They pick, I don't know, maybe she's
We threw a party and you didn't show
But
up.
when I called, they had never given her a prescription for oxycodone.
Oh.
So I called these three places, and a fourth, none, had given you a prescription for oxycodone.
Oh.
That's not good.
So unless you have a better place that you got it from.
Yeah, she got a nice view out the back of her place.
Well, Your Honor, and that was a question that I have for them as well.
She's a
However,
part-time barge driver.
it is statewide. It's owned by the state. It's not something that she can get on her own. So the fact that they had it, at least someone with a MD, I believe, prescribed it.
Hey, Mikey. Thank you.
What?
I was saying that since it's the prescription monitoring system that provides these prescriptions, it's actually someone prescribes them. So I'm not sure if Dr. Salvatore herself prescribed it, but they were able to print it out and give her the fact that she had been prescribed these medications.
I called all the providers and no one had prescribed her oxycodone.
I'm trying to understand how it must have gotten to the state system in that regard. I'm not sure how that may have happened. She didn't print it out herself. She got it from an actual doctor's office.
I guess let's do this. I'm gonna put her in back. If you want to call back in the holdover so you guys can talk to figure something out, perhaps she can give you more information. But as it stands now, I don't know where she got it. Not only that, I will not allow you to pill mill oxy to kill yourself. I'm now going to put your name on the Texas prescribing monitoring program so that you can't pill mill oxycodone. I'm not going to let you kill yourself, mate. If you want to kill yourself elsewhere, great. But it's not going to happen with me. And you will now be monitored so you cannot just go from one doctor to the other to start getting oxy everywhere. You understand?
Guess you got to get a new job.
Because you're going to kill yourself with this. Or more importantly, take it, get in a car and kill someone else. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. By any means necessary.
So she tested positive and
She'll
not
go
supposed to
with
have
now,
it?
and then I'll have
guessing.
Chisholm call you back there and we can.
And then
figure
she
out
said
what
it was prescribed, and then he called
Yes,
everybody,
Judge.
and nobody
Judge.
prescribed it.
Okay, so for the meantime, can I be excused to give her a call?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Chisholm.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, hold on. 120 oxy. Okay.
Is he placing an order?
Yes, DoorDash on the phone.
Okay.
He's a judge.
How many oxys can I get for
Sweet
$50?
510. Yeah, I see that. Who after that point were there any other prescriptions given? Got it. Okay.
I mean, we don't typically see a judge calling
No.
like this.
No, that's great. You've been just such a wonderful help. I really thank you.
I need a new phone.
No,
What do you think his is? I want to have a phone as good as a judge.
I don't know. Mine has more cameras though. Does that mean anything?
Probably.
I have
This
more
is with the
cameras.
Itata, right?
I mean, I don't even want to see mine.
You said it's great.
Carol. Oh, excuse me. That's really embarrassing. Put your phone down. Don't do that. That's really embarrassing.
I'm trying to
Carol, thank you.
feel bad for me.
That's embarrassing.
Feel bad for me. Hey, one of my rules on my Facebook group is don't be a bully like Carol.
I saw
Can we
her
now
post.
Put the name in
Maybe
the
Simple
letter
as that.
so that there's no more.
I love you,
no more
Carol.
talking.
I'm just glad I made it through the winter without that quilt. Almost froze to death.
No, you've been great. Wonderful. Thanks, Greg. Take care.
I'm just glad to see Carol backing up and going.
It's
That's
off
right,
the street.
Kira.
She's getting it off the street.
I didn't want to say it.
They have the prescription monitoring program so that anytime you get a controlled substance, it's entered into an actual database. So
It's
they can see
terrible.
it.
It's old,
So
man.
if someone is script hopping, they can see every time. And so if they see too many scripts from
Casey Carey,
different
thank you.
doctors, it stops. And it puts the people on notice. And then because then the doctors will get in
You want to talk
trouble.
about underprivileged people?
Me.
The last time she was in 23.
Many of you won't think
January
that's funny. I find that hilarious.
So, okay.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Casey.
Yes, that's a great idea. Good. Okay. Come up, guys.
All right,
So
so we
that's-
know she's getting them off the
Here's
street.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Sorry, we were joking and saying things over top of that. But so he's basically confirmed that she hasn't been given any scripts for that.
Yeah, that's
matter
been
what.
like over a year and a half or so since
Right.
her last script of 120.
Yeah.
They give people 120 at a time? That's a lot.
That does seem like a lot.
That just doesn't seem like quite a bit.
Street value of those is,
What is that, like 3 or 4 a day?
yeah, that's quite a bit.
Here's the thing, Pavel.
Yes, Judge.
So I've got Chisholm on the phone now, and what she's saying is that
Wipe it off.
you had a prescription from January of 23, and Miss Mathis is trying to
See, I don't know about that, Paisley, because so from what I understand about this, and I know that this is I've heard that it is a absolute bitch in America to get anything script wise that is classified in that realm now. It's so protected. So anybody that gets a script for that, there is a paper trail.
There is a whole website and system
Yeah.
that keeps up with what each doctor,
Right.
every time a doctor prescribes anything that is a controlled substance, it goes into that to keep this from happening. So if he's called and checked the database and had everybody go through it and called the doctors that she's claiming, because she's claimed that she got from certain doctors, and they say, no, we have not gave it to her, and she cannot verify where she got any of it from. The only place she could get it from is the street. She's buying it from somebody.
Yeah.
Because she's testing positive for it.
Mama, just so you know, so PayPal's a whole separate thing. I saw you chatting there. I know people were trying to help you. That what you're talking about, that is a super chat through YouTube. On your phone.
And it's complete. Hey, we are here to help as best we can. I know a lot of chats will tell you we're kind of mean over here, but we're not. We're really actually nice. They're the mean ones.
Most of the time we're.
Well, yes, unless somebody says something.
Yeah,
stupid.
but that's that. And the difference between the two, PayPal gets their cut. I mean, YouTube gets their cut, but PayPal, we get everything. That's why we talk about
Yeah, they only take just a tiny pennies.
Yeah. Yeah. Carol, throughout all of these proceedings, he's changed quite often. He changed.
I think that's what you call salmon. That color.
Sweet tea, thank you.
I know. Just think of all the great videos I could make if I had a real phone.
Yeah, I was wondering when you head off to your next vacation, I was wondering, are you going to promise us all for like the third or fourth time? There's going to be lots of content down the road, guys. Get
Hey,
ready,
there was. Hey, look, it was enough to keep the tax man away.
There was a parade. I remember.
Yeah, I put a lot of work in that parade, by the way.
parade.
Say that she had the pills since that time and takes it as needed. And I'm saying,
He makes fart noises.
if
He's
someone has a
great.
prescription for Oxy, they don't hold it for a year. And
Oh, God,
3
no.
months. They take it because it's Oxy, you know?
And it feels great.
Oxy don't have the control to hold that many for that long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what you would hold off.
That's some bad stuff, man.
But I mean, with this, I've had it for surgery. That's all I can think of.
Well, that's all those like in Florida, those sports medicine places that were popping up everywhere. It was basically just that, right? Pill mills, if you will. You just go in there and they'll basically write you anything you wanted.
The Oxy is just too strong, it's too potent, and it's way too addictive for someone to just hold it. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, for over a year, which she claimed apparently.
Why don't they just quit making them?
And to be honest, Judge, I it's a fair belief. I do think that if she is in some sort of pain, I think since she has a current prescription, you can order her not to take Oxy. Of course, not to take any.
I already have ordered her not to take it.
No, any unprescribed. Any illegal drugs that didn't. I don't believe your order included the prescribed drugs. However, in this case, we've already put her on the TMP list. I called Mr. Gregg from that list, and they said yes. They mentioned your name to me, and they said that you've put her on that list. So even if she does go to another doctor, then they would be wary of putting her on another prescription because of your concern. So if she's in pain, they're probably going to give her, worst case scenario, a high dosage of ibuprofen. That way, if she pops up for opiates again, maybe next Thursday, because opiates are apparently, according to Healthline, it only stays in your system, in urine for only 3 to 4 days. So she should be clear of opiates by next week, Thursday.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that clears so fast.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Locked up because you ordered her not to take it. She doesn't have a new prescription, which is fair.
Kaylee, thank you. $2 late fee. Appreciate it.
What do you think, bro?
What's the request?
Test her on, let her out, test her on Thursday, and order her not to take Oxy at all. And that's assuming that she even held the 100 pills until now.
Absolutely.
From January 23. I don't believe that.
There's no way.
Oh, Mama, please don't feel obligated, Mama. We appreciate it every bit, but I'm serious. It's
you being here and commenting and liking and things like that, sharing the videos helps us tremendously. It really, really does. Don't you worry about that.
For realsies.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that sucks. And just like RLS said, I got you. That's, and that's everybody making it a bad thing. And then here's people that really, truly need it and have to jump through that kind of hoop, those kind of hoops just to get what
Why can't they invent how like they have those insulin pumps for people that need insulin that, it goes onto your body. Why don't they have like something like that for people that need pain medication that just goes right on you and it dispenses the medicine when it's time, and that way they can't abuse it. Get rid of the pills. Just saying.
I don't know how you expect us to crush those up and smoke them pills, but whatever. You get rid of pills. I don't know. What do you do with the aluminum foil done in the straws, dude?
By the way, remember B-Shop had a ex-girlfriend who her and her boyfriend would crush them up and snort them off of toilet seats.
And big metal platters as well.
Allegedly.
All allegedly. All allegedly. We don't know if any of that shit ever really happened.
Because like you said, Judge, she can't, even if she did hold it, I don't think law allows you to have a prescription for over 90 days. If I'm not mistaken. If it's
really?
an old prescription, then you should not be taking those drugs because of course those drugs expire.
That's true. That part's true, but I don't think there's like a regulation on that. But the is this her first fail? Not her first fail exam?
How many times has she failed, Miss Mathis?
We just started with her. Because she has
Right, she's, how many?
Okay.
prior BBRs.
Take back that
The
patent I
third
just
bond
put in.
violation, right, but what were the other bond violations for?
She didn't get an interlock
Wait just 1
violation, and
second.
she had a curfew violation.
When she first one, she didn't get the interlock. The second one, she had a curfew violation, and
yes,
now she's got
yes,
this one. You
So
might bring in Miss Mathis out.
we have addressed.
Why not?
They were in a bathroom at like a McDonald's or somewhere. They didn't want to get caught.
I don't know how potent this test is, but on the DWI, the allegation is hydros.
I
So,
tell my wife that all the time,
Hydros,
Katie. now.
oxys, they have the same effects. It seems
They
like.
don't have the same effect. No. Oxy is so much more powerful. It's
No,
just
they're-
crazy.
They're just as addictive, is what I mean. Like, how you can
Let's
get
say
into the
scenario,
hydros.
her
It's
doctor
no.
prescribe her a hydrocodone.
Hydro is addictive. Oxy, it's 15,000 times it's, I'm telling you, it's, once you start, it's,
She's back.
We could, I mean, I think we could approach that and.
Oxys are like Lay's potato
With
chips.
regard to the drugs,
You can't eat just one.
Yeah.
Other
I
violations.
don't think you can stop. And I'm ready to put you in a rehab program right now because I think that you are pulling the wool over my eyes. You are forum shopping for pills. I have now put you on the list. And you have 2 times gotten a prescription. I talked to the compliance officer with one of the doctors. He told me you have a prescription for 120 oxy from 12/6/22, and then you had another prescription from January 23 for another 100 pills of oxy. I do not believe
No script needed, Vince.
100 pills for the oxy to be able to take it now to where you had a positive result. I think that you're getting it off the street. And I want to put you in a rehab program now. I'm going to have you every Monday and Thursday come here and test. And the next time you test positive, I'm going to hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab program. Do you understand? You are not to take any drugs, any hydrocodone, any opiates. I don't care if you have a prescription. I'm ordering you not to take it, even with a valid prescription. If you have pain, then you must find another
I
way.
think so.
Either ibuprofen,
Booze.
Tylenol, Excedrin, another way.
Excedrin has caffeine in
No
it, bro.
more controlled substances, whether prescribed or not.
Take an
The
Aniston.
next time you have been advised what's going to happen. You will sign an affidavit with me right now, promising me that you're not going to take any prescribed or controlled medications. Do you understand?
I'm telling you right now.
No taking any controlled substances, whether prescribed or not. No alcohol, no more bond violation.
I understand where you're coming
You've
from,
now
Paisley,
been
with that.
apprised. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because you had the prior script from 2023. In my heart, I know that you don't have those pills. And this is the only other time you will ever get another benefit of the doubt from me. You need to do whatever you can to address the demon.
Do the do.
Because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you the next time. You must also start doing 3 NAs per week. And I want proof that you're in attendance doing the NA program.
Yikes, that sounds scary.
Do you understand?
Billy Bob?
If you
Billy.
have proof the next time you come here that you've done NA classes, Narcotics Anonymous, you're going to stay with me.
Stay with me.
You please swear to this.
Stay with me.
What if she does get
Yes,
really
ma'am.
sick and needs that
All right,
kind
Miss
of?
Chisholm, that's it. This
Yes,
is
sir.
this is the
Thank you.
last ditch effort, huh?
Absolutely.
I won't entertain anything else. That's it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Understood. Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right, Chisholm, you're the best.
Thank you, my big sis.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Have a great
sir.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
All right, dude.
He's good to the. He's Finny. He's good to the attorneys. I mean,
Mhm.
let's face it, okay? Half of it's an act. He's putting on an act. He's putting on a show. He's trying to scare these people straight.
Mhm.
He's being serious and stern, like a dad would. Like, all right, send them in here. Let me talk to those boys again. But the question is, Creed, is he the next big YouTube sensation?
I can see it. I can see that it's a love him or hate him situation.
Oh yeah, there's no middle of the road with this guy.
Right. I like, for all the things that you just said, I like to think that it's more not for show, but more for help. All judges have a way of doing that, if you will.
He said in one other video, he said, there's a method to my madness.
Right. Which I get. I can understand standing in front of somebody that's talking to me like that I would probably take a little bit more
seriously.
Take it a little more seriously. But I like him. I like, he's animated. He's got some funny sayings. So I could see it going a long way.
And we won't be doing him a lot. We'll do him here and there, but
'cause
it's not going to
we're
be in the
by.
heavy rotation.
We're by, but not, super into that side of things. Not
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll only do him periodically. We'll dabble in it.
Yeah.
But we won't stay
Just
with
the
it.
tip, No, I like him anytime. That's pretty cool. Something different for sure. No doubt about that. Anyways.
What a
Well,
crazy show. Wow. We had a
and
chase.
And we're like right at like 6 minutes after an hour. So that's not bad.
No,
With
not bad at all.
kind of a chase in there as well.
Yeah.
But
that's what it kind of was.
Did I say something bad, Bill?
Oh no.
It's
What
the
happened?
meth. It's the meth. He was drunk as a skunk express. Lady Sky. I mean, thank you for getting things kicked off for real. Thank you.
Nobody wants to
Johnny
be
Piggy,
perfect.
Mayor, Bonsai, Lisa B, Deborah, Lady Sky again, Bill, Sally Port, Pam Mo Butter. No, I'm sorry, Pam Mo Better Butter. Did I say that right? Hey,
Perfect.
Mikey, Carol, KC, Sweet Tea, and Kaylee.
Yeah. So, I want you guys in the comments below, other than telling us how much we talk, what do you think of Judge? Is he here to stay, or is he a flash in the pan? Is he all sizzle and no steak? Is that how the saying goes? Anybody? No? Well, that's the way I'm saying it.
It's fine. Do it.
Scissor,
Own it.
sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. That's
Own
my
it.
stuck like Chuck. How about that one?
I
That
like
one
that
work?
too. Is there a premiere to watch out for today?
Oh, Creed, is there ever? It's happening in just about an hour and 50 minutes. We'd love to have you join us in the chat. Say hello, goodbye, whatever it takes, as well as an extra large. We got a chase today.
Oh,
it's a little lengthy.
Okay.
But it's worth it, I think. Allegedly.
See afterwards if it was worth
If
it.
it's not.
Lucky boy, thank you. You were on the rear end. $5.
The beautiful rear end. Enjoyed that. So yeah, if you're over on Creedence and Mikey, you're about to be redirected to that video. So enjoy. Otherwise, we will see you guys for Chase, hopefully. Yeah. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned, stay off them opioids. Because it's awful. Awful.
I'm pretty sure my contract says that we got to chase this an hour or less.
Well, it's less than an hour. Depends on how much we stop and talk.
All right. I just won't pause it.
But I will tell you now, there's a melon alert.
Uh-oh. Great. Channel's getting a strike. Get ready. 2 weeks of other channels.
2 weeks of vacation. Vacation all